This is an ultimate global podcast. Hello, and welcome to our Daily Dose podcast, covering all about day-to-day global affairs. You're listening to Saurabh Kora and George Mavros from Sydney.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone who is joining us from Sydney. And also, hello to everyone who is joining us from around the world. Welcome to today's Daily Dose podcast. And also, wishing a very happy Father's Day to everyone who is celebrating a Father's Day today. In Australia, we know that we generally celebrate Father's Day on the first Sunday of September. Today, we have got a very special guest in our Daily Dose podcast, Mr. Muninder Singh, who is the councillor of Blacktown City. Welcome to today's Daily Dose, Mr. Muninder.
Thanks, Saurabh. Thank you very much. सभी सुनने वालों को, everybody, it's a good evening and it's a happy Father's Day. First of all, like everybody who is listening, so I wish you all the happy Father's Day. I categorize it in a different category, like someone who is a youngsters and he has a father or mother old. So the responsibilities are totally different. If you're living in a Western country, you feel homesick. So make sure your parents always are get connected back home. And if you are a youngster and you have got a small kids, their responsibilities are totally different. So Father's Day, the meaning gets changed, but overall concept, the fathers are the fathers. Like I read somewhere that fathers and kids, they may not see eye to eye all the time, but they always see heart to heart. So I think that's the contribution of a father. So happy Father's Day. Thank you.
Great to know that, Muninderji. Would you like to highlight on some of the work that you have been doing in the Blacktown City Council in the last few years? Because we have been hearing about some great work. So, would you like to highlight on that?
Sure. Thanks, Saurabh. I'm the elected councillor from Blacktown City Council for since 2016. So normally the term is for 4 years, but due to COVID, it has been extended. So there are 5 wards in Blacktown City, and I represent Ward 1, which contains the areas of Quakersville, Schofield, Riverston, Ponds, these areas. So it's a substantial amount of migrant communities settled over here. So first of all, I think it's a great to work with these community. This is the only growth area, Northwest Growth Center. The new people are moving into this area. If anybody is to buy a house, independent house in Sydney, I think this is the only pocket where they can come to Schofield, Riverston, Marston Park, this area. So when we started, I think due to our heritage, Indian heritage, we started Diwali lighting competition. So that was the first achievement we had it, and every year, like we used to do Christmas lighting competition. People do the lighting at their houses anyway, so we are not doing anything different. But we just ask them to go to council website, register themselves. Then one of our team, they visit their houses, they judge them, they give that this is the best house for the decoration. In Christmas, we judge the rangoli as well, and the theme. So all these things take into account, and then we give them cash prizes, and we give the prize for best decorated street as well. Like if the whole street is decorated, especially in Schofield, probably 80% of the houses they have the lighting on Diwali day. So it's a really momentous achievement like that. We also started Indian flag hosting about 4 years ago, but unfortunately this year due to COVID we couldn't do the flag hosting physically, so we had a virtual message for to share with the community. Uh, there's another achievement which I can say that the Sikh soldiers, they did great contribution in different World War II, or any other conflicts. So to commemorate their memory, the contribution of Sikh soldiers, there's a Sikh soldiers statue or Sikh war memorial is being set up in Blacktown City. That is coming up in Glenwood near the lake. There's one Fateh Foundation, they put up the application and the council has very happily accepted that application. So So these are the few things which we did it from our community perspective. As I told you, the area which I'm representing, a lot of communities are moving and settling here. So there's a big challenge and opportunity to provide infrastructure to them all the time. People want the roads, they want the footpath, they want their parks to be set up. So these are the things which we love it to do on daily, day-to-day basis in the council. Uh, since last year, we had another challenge, that is COVID. So that has played havoc on the life of everybody. From council perspective, we are very proactive. We are engaging with the community on a very, very regular basis. The mayor is sending the message every day, and we review the situation. We tie up with the state government, so and we lobby for the vaccination hub, for the testing centers. We provide all the services which is available to us to the state health, so that they can utilize these services for the benefit of our community. And I'm delighted to say that the areas which I represent, Schofield, Riverston, Quakers Hill, Acacia Garden, they represent the highest vaccination rate as well. So there's one stat, I don't know how correct it is, that we have got over 80% first dose and nearly 70% second dose as well in these areas. So I really commend everybody who is doing great job on that perspective as well.
So, I know about the vaccination rates now being touching 70% in the entire New South Wales, Munendaji. But what are the special things which you have been doing during these times, like COVID-19 times, to spread this awareness? Because most of the people generally can be quite aggressive against harsh measures. If you try to impose harsh measure on them, they can be very aggressive, and they can get angry. So, how did you manage to spread this awareness in a manner that is also making the people happy, and also, spreading the right message to the people to get themselves vaccinated as soon as possible?
Good. It's a good question. Like the whole idea is that the communication with the community on regular basis. We share the post. Ultimately, is the state health which is deriving it. So we have got our own health officer who is summarizes all the output from the state health. How many cases are there? How many are in the Blacktown city? What is the vaccination rate? Where are the gaps? Where are the shortcomings? And then straight away we have the strategy on that. And mayor is very, very active on the sense to ask for a vaccination hub at Stanhope Garden or at Bowman Hall. Unfortunately, we are not successful because it's not in our hand, because we can just lobby. We can ask the state, and to some extent they are right as well, that they have got limited resources, but we need it here. So there are few pockets where the vaccination is low, especially in Mount Road area. They have got mobile vans. So for especially one is for Aboriginal community that's moving around Mount Root area. There's another one at Doon side. So these are the ones which we lobbied and we got it here. But we are asking for a regular vaccination hub in this area. And with our lobbying, we got so many testing centers. Stanhope Garden is a testing center. Uh, Parkley Markets is a testing center. And then we got in Mount Root and the Blacktown area. So there are so many testing centers as such, because testing is very, very critical to spread the to stop the spread of the virus. And then is the education. So we are regularly on the social media, uh, and whatever medias we have. We have got strong database from the council as well. So every day we are sharing the information on that what it is, how best we can cope it. But I agree, it's a very, very hard time. The community is suffering because this long lockdown is being extended and people are getting sick of it, and it has got a lot of financial constraints as well. I can just tell you that we, as in a council, we are losing 400,000 every week. $400,000, $400,000 every week is being lost by council, because as a operation we have got childcare centers, we have got the pools, we have got playgrounds, we have got function centers. We are paying the staff, but nothing is being used. So, and we are just one identity in the whole city. So many other businesses like that, small shops, restaurants, then training institutes. You can have a hospitality. So you call it. Everybody is feeling the pinch at this stage, and I don't know how long it will go. Hopefully, if the vaccination rate is picking up, maybe by end of this month, we can expect some relief coming.
Yeah, I think it has been a terrible time, not only for New South Wales, but for the entire Australia, and also a lot of other regions in the world which have been suffering from COVID-19 during, these times. We never expected that after 2020 we'll see another surge in cases, and we were all thinking that probably we have already gone through the worst, but that was not the worst period. In fact, this is turning out to be the worst period for Sydney. But Munindraji, I would also like to know from you, like, are there any interesting things lined up which you are planning to do in the coming times, especially after this lockdown gets over, in your particular council, in your particular area? I know some of the things you might not be able to highlight,
No, no,
but
no, 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 no.
whatever you can highlight.
We by the way, our council, like, we had very good financial management. As such, we are cash positive. We never borrow anything, so we just manage our resources within the means. And we have lined up a big list of projects which generally the councils don't do. The, we are bringing the university, which is already started operating, the Australian Catholic University. And in the Warwick Lane precinct, we have got a beautiful plaza along with 480 free car parks. If you go to Main Street, that's what we have already started. It's a four-level underground car park, and then that land will be free, where the old car park was there. So the university is going, maybe the council building is also going, and then few towers will be developed further. We have got a center for training excellence in sports that's coming up at Doonside, that Olympic Park site. It's about $100 million investment, where we'll have the center where the people, where the sports person from around the globe, they can come, they can practice over there, and they can recover very quickly, because we'll have the latest facility so far as sports is concerned. And you know that Blacktown is a sporting city, so we want to provide this facility for everybody in Blacktown City. So I think these are the things which are already lined up and going on. We have got animal rehoming center. So it's a huge facility coming up in Glendenning, not only for Blacktown animals or pets, but for all the other councils. They are contributing as well. So if you can't manage your pet, you can always drop it there. So somebody is there to look after the abandoned animals in the city. So I think this is a great service which we will be providing. It's $35 million investment which we are doing, and there are a lot of projects lined up so far as the growth areas are concerned. So a lot of parks are being developed, reserves are being developed, and then there's a corridor, the green corridor, which we are looking into the area of Scofield, Riverston, so that in future people can breathe properly. They can do the cycling and those areas, which we very proud that we are providing good neighborhood to our residents.
Well, definitely. I'm speaking from the Kensington area. I would love to visit your council. I have visited your council once or twice, but would love to visit your council and would love to visit you in person whenever I'm there.
Good on you. Thank you. And I can assure you, once you come here, you will never go anywhere. People come and they settle over here. And whosoever dare to go away, then always remember us. Oh, yeah, Blacktown Council was really good. Because we provide a lot of services that which may be missing in other councils as well.
Sure. And by the way, in India today, we are also celebrating Teachers' Day,
Yes.
along with the Father's Day in Australia. And teachers play a very important role in your life, be it your parents, your brothers, elder brothers, sisters, or your professors, your lecturers, any kind of teachers that you meet play a very vital role in shaping the personality that you are. And I'm quite thankful to all kinds of teachers that I have met in my life, starting from my parents and professors. Do you have anybody who has really played a key role in your life as a teacher, Manendraji?
See, teachers, I mean, next to parents, we can call it like parents, of course, they love to make the career of the kids, but the teachers, they play very, very vital role. And I come from the generation when the teachers, it was all public schools, uh, and uh, teachers will pick up meritorious students. They will sit after the school hours, they will spend time with the students so that they can get good result. For there was no tuition thing, there was nothing paid, but they will pick up at least 10 students or 20 students from the class, and they will spend time after hours as well, so that the students can get make a good career. So I really remember those gentlemen or ladies who have worked. My mother was a teacher, so that's the first inspiration we get it. But otherwise, and I have a habit whenever I go there and when get time, I try to go and meet old teachers like of primary or middle school or even high school. So mostly whosoever is still alive. So I because my mother is a teacher, so I will ask her first that teacher Mr. Goel is there, Mr. Dabda is there, Mr. So is there. So if they are there and still we can go, I will just pick up scooter or car and just go there and say hello. So it was really really good. In my village, there was a one teacher, Mr. Jora Singh. I think he passed away recently. So last time I was with a mother going to village, and we were just moving around in the village, remembering old days where we used to play in this when we were just small kids. And my mother told that this is the house of Jora Singh, and it was probably 9 o'clock at night, and we just knocked it. We gone home, and he was so happy, and he had like family and his kids and grandkids, and he brought everybody there, and so it was so nostalgic when you see such situations as well. So I love to do it, and we go there, and I come from PAG Ludhiana, so that heritage is always there. So whenever we go, we meet our colleagues, we meet our teachers there who have played a great role in shaping our career, whatever we are today. And I
Yeah, I
wish
think
everybody again happy Teachers Day. So whosoever is the role model in your life, maybe your parents or teacher, I wish I wish them well, and God bless them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Manandaji, today for joining us in today's Daily Dose podcast. We would really like to thank you for taking your valuable time today and coming for this. We would also like you to spread a word amongst your community. This is a new project that we have just started. If you want to reshare it in amongst your audience, it will be of great help to us as well.
No problem.
And
Thank you.
and this is
Thank you.
a podcast series where we talk about issues globally. We talk about any kind of issues going on internationally, including the ones in Australia, because we are from Australia. We are running from Australia, so we also stress upon what's going on in different pockets of Australia and also globally. So, um,
So
again,
as we wrap up, I will share that in this COVID time, a lot of community organizations they are assisting to have food hampers and spreading to the people. So we always go and visit them and uh, share with them. So I think there's a great effort by our community of sharing and in this difficult time as well. So I will also thank everybody else who is contributing in this difficult time.
absolutely. I think we need to thank all the frontline workers who are helping us in the healthcare sector, or all the frontline essential workers who are going to their work just to make sure that the basics of the economy are still running during a lockdown. So, a big thank you to all those people who are putting their lives into danger for to save the lives of others. So they are no less than people working in the army who protect your borders. They
Exactly.
are protecting your lives now during a health crisis. So equal contribution has been there from their side as well. Again, before we end this episode, I want to wish everyone a happy Teachers Day and a happy Father's Day. And we hope to see you another Daily Dose podcast with another special guest joining us. And we also hope to see you, Munindaji, in some other episodes. Don't forget to follow it. Don't forget to share it further. It will help us to make this podcast bigger for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.